Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Liquid Cash.
In 2025, niggas try to kill the streets, man. A whole list of rappers said, fuck the streets. Yeah, they said it's too much snitching. Ain't no more honor, ain't no more codes in the streets. They said, ain't no more love, ain't no more trust or loyalty in the streets. It's too much jealousy. Let me set the record straight for you niggas that been rich for too long, man. What y'all mean is too much snitches in the streets, man? Niggas been snitching since snitching been snitching, man. Ain't shit changed. This shit been going on since the beginning of time, man. You dig? What y'all talking about ain't no honor or code in the streets. Listen, it ain't never been no honor amongst thieves, man. Never been no honor amongst thieves. I don't know where y'all get that shit from, man. And as far as love, trust, and loyalty goes, the streets ain't never loved nobody, man. Look what they did to Pac. Look what they did to Nip. Look what they did to Young Dolph, man. What you think they gonna do with you if they catch you slipping, man? Y'all niggas better wisen up and lock in. Stop playing out here, man. You niggas must have lost your motherfucking mind thinking you could trust somebody or expect loyalty from someone who's criminal minded. If you got a circle of friends that gave you love, trust, and loyalty when you was coming up, consider yourself lucky. But that shit ain't a given when you coming up in the hood, man. And as far as jealousy goes, Cain killed Abel. That's all y'all niggas need to know, man. Niggas been jealous since kingdom come, thy will be done. Why you think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King ain't here right now, man? Ain't shit changed. Same book, different scripture. Now that's why your parents told you to get out of the streets and play on the sidewalk, because this shit ain't built for everybody. Y'all gotta understand that, man. Some niggas ain't built for this. That's why niggas is snitching left and right. That's why when niggas do a crime, they quick to tell so they can lessen their time. Y'all gotta understand, niggas is playing for keeps. It's all about self-preservation. Motherfucker don't owe you no loyalty, no trust. Motherfucker don't owe you nothing, man, when you coming up. Niggas don't owe you a goddamn thing. Niggas is only protecting themselves. Self-preservation. I don't condone none of it. Me, that's why I did my dirt all by my lonely. When I was doing what I was doing, coming up, listen, man, I wasn't scared to do it by myself. And the niggas that I was involved with, I know for sure that if I got caught up, niggas was gonna tell. I already knew that. So I know what I was getting myself into. I knew that I didn't expect niggas to hold me down. I understand this game. I know what was going on. I knew certain things niggas did in the neighborhood to make me know they wasn't cut from that cloth. And I couldn't expect niggas to be cut from the same cloth I'm cut from just because we live in the same neighborhood. Nah, I knew the niggas that was able or capable of snitching. Even though I was doing crimes with them, I knew they was capable of snitching. But it didn't matter to me, because at the end of the day, when I was going to do whatever I was doing, I was going by myself. Even though they might be involved, it ain't like I was going with them, but they might be involved on another aspect where they might be somewhere else. So if they got caught, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Or if I got caught by my lonesome, it is what it is. I wasn't going to tell on them because I know I'm going to stick to the G code. I'm doing my dirt by myself. You feel me? They might be involved in some sort of way, but they don't have to go with me on the mission. I'm taking the mission by myself, and I'm gonna stick to the G code, and I'm gonna hold it down, and I ain't gonna tell on myself, because when I get caught, I'm gonna get caught by myself. You feel me? And I was ready, mentally prepared to deal with the consequences, because I'm a person that knows how to adapt to its environment. I know how to adapt to my environment. So if I had to spend time in prison, I already know I was going to have to become a different beast. I was a beast in the streets. So I had to become a different animal when I get in there. You feel me? That's just what it is. I might have been a lion out in the concrete jungle, but when I get inside of the motherfucking jail cell, I was going to have to be a silverback gorilla. So I understood what it came with. And I didn't mind that because I could adapt to my environments. People can't do that. but my upbringing trained me for that. Being in Jamaica at a young age and taking baths in a river, washing my clothes in a river, sleeping on the floor, not being able to eat at certain times of the day because we didn't have it like that. So I was kind of bred to deal with poverty in a certain way. I was kind of bred to deal with, certain living conditions because of my upbringing. You know what I mean? And when you come up in the islands, it's a different type of lifestyle. What y'all call the hood in America is like a cakewalk to me. When I first came to New York and I saw the project, I was like, man, y'all live in a castle. Y'all call it a projects, but to me, that was like a castle compared to the ghetto in Freeport. If you go to the ghetto in Freeport, that's a ghetto, man. No running water, no lights, and the floor was your motherfucking bed. They didn't have no concrete. Niggas wasn't laying no cement. And some places in the ghetto, man, you had to lay on the floor and put a sheet down and lay on that. That was the upbringing when you come up in the ghetto in those environments, you dig? I didn't live in the ghetto when I was younger, but I had friends that lived in the ghetto, so I knew what it was about. I had friends that were selling drugs at a young age. And when I go sleep by some of my homeboys, they live in the ghetto. Their bed was on the fucking floor. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And, every time I got locked up for doing some petty crime, I might spend a night or 2 nights in central bookings. I was cool. I was chill. I know what to do. Just use my Timberland boots as a pillow and my jacket as a comforter. And that was it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of niggas in there. It's gonna be stink. And they're gonna feed you bologna sandwiches, and it's gonna look like shit. You don't want to eat it for the first 2 days, but after a while, your stomach start hurting. That shit start to taste like a filet mignon. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So I experienced that at an early age, and I got accustomed to that lifestyle because I understand what I was gonna have to do if I did get caught up and have to do some real time. Thank God, whatever I got caught up into, and when I did catch a case for something I did, it was only me on trial. It was only me facing, what I was facing. And that was one of the turning points in my life. If you would like to watch this full episode without having to wait, subscribe to my YouTube membership where you can watch the full episode before it's released. And if you want to watch more content, join my Patreon family for more exclusive, never before seen episodes. All the information will be in the description below. Cheers.